Today I'm going to be talking to you about the most famous cryptid/conspiracy theory in the United States, and that would be Bigfoot. I'm going to be debunking his existence and talking to you about why he couldn't possibly exist. My name is Marko Prentoski, and as you know, Bigfoot has been sighted all across the United States. There have even been sightings, alleged sightings, here in Indiana. And wouldn't you want to know if Bigfoot lived right near you? Well, I'm going to explain to you why he doesn't, and that you don't have to fear about an 8-foot tall ape in your backyard, possibly. So, I'm going to take you through why Bigfoot doesn't exist using some of the history behind the ape, some of the science of it, debunking some popular theories, and using today's technology to explain to you why Bigfoot couldn't possibly exist. And I'm going to start off with the history behind Bigfoot. Now, fossils prove that Bigfoot existed millions of years ago, up until 300,000 years ago when Sasquatches went extinct. The actual name for this animal was Gigantopithecus, and fossils like jaw fossils and teeth have been found in Asia. And like I said, the most recent ones have been dated up to 300,000 years ago, but have since gone extinct. Now, Aaron Wayman of Smithsonian Magazine has stated that the reason this animal could have gone extinct is because of a lack of its natural food, which was bamboo. Gigantopithecus, or Sasquatch, ate bamboo, and because of a dry climate at the time, way back when, in Asia, forests shrank and there wasn't enough bamboo for Gigantopithecus to eat, and the species went extinct. Now, all this evidence proves that there is no way that that Bigfoot could have existed at this point, or crossed possibly the Bering Strait from Asia to come over into the U.S. So you don't need to worry about any Sasquatches in the United States. Next, I'm going to be debunking some popular theories about Bigfoot. Right here is one of the most famous photos of Bigfoot in existence. It is from the Patterson-Gimlin film. And I have a quote here from Sawtile in 2016, stating that in 2002, Philip Morris of Morris Costumes claims he made a gorilla suit used in the Patterson film. Now, Philip Morris was a man who had a costume shop in the 1970s in Southern California, where this film was allegedly taken. Where Patterson and Gimlin have said that they recorded it, and he says that he sold them the costume used to make this footage, and that the reason he hasn't come out for so long is that he didn't want his costume shop to lose business, because he was revealing a secret of the industry and revealing the secrets of a film made with one of his costumes, and that it would be bad rep for a costume shop like his. Now, another reason that people believe this photo to be faked is because Patterson and Gimlin were both poor people. They didn't have very much money. They were both filmmakers with not much behind their names, and that they wanted fame and money, which is why they created the film. Marcus Parks of Last Podcast on the Left in 2015 stated that up until the late 2000s, Gimlin never went to any Bigfoot conventions, even though plenty of people tried, plenty of Bigfoot enthusiasts and people that ran those conventions for Bigfoot wanted him at their conventions. He never said yes to any, and that was because he didn't really care about it. He didn't care about the film. He wasn't an enthusiast because he knew that it wasn't a real thing. But recently, he has gone to a few conventions, and many think that this is because he's ran out of money and he needs to go to these conventions to make a lot of money because people are paying him a lot to go there. Next, I'm going to be talking about another famous theory, and that is one of an unidentified hair found in the 80s by a man named Peter Byron, who is a self-proclaimed Bigfoot hunter. Some Bigfoot enthusiasts believe that this hair belonged to Bigfoot. That's what Peter Byron thinks. But Mangan in 2019 wrote an article about this situation, and there is FBI documents because Peter Byron sent this hair into the FBI to try to find out what it possibly could have been from. And there are FBI documents in this article from that time that prove that these hairs were just deer hairs. The FBI says that they were just deer hairs or some sort of species in that deer family. Now, I'd like to talk to you about today's technology and why Bigfoot doesn't exist in light of today's advancements. In today's age, everyone has an HD camera on them in their pocket in the form of their phone, so why hasn't Bigfoot been caught yet? Now, CBS News, Ivanova in 2019 of CBS News said that there are an estimated 70 million security cameras in the United States. Now, with that many security cameras, an animal like Gigantopithecus, not being a smart animal, comparable to a gorilla or just any large ape, should not be able to hide and sneak past 70 million security cameras in the United States. You'd think that at this point there would have been some sort of evidence catching the creature if it was real. Now, another thing about today's technology, we have everyone in their phones has a good camera, but all photos of Bigfoot that have not been proven completely fake are blurry and not good images. There are even groups, Bigfoot hunters, or there's even been television shows about groups of Bigfoot hunters where all they do is go into forests, into mountainous areas, and look for Bigfoot with high-tech cameras, sonar, things of that sort, and still Bigfoot hasn't been caught, and that's because he doesn't exist. So that's about it. I've talked to you about the history behind Bigfoot, today's advancements in tech. I've debunked some of the theories, and hopefully that proves to you that Bigfoot does not exist. And now anytime anyone talks to you about Bigfoot, anytime it's brought up, you can disprove any believers of Bigfoot, and I hope that you'll go out and be skeptical in light of any cryptids or any conspiracy theories, Bigfoot or not, that you hear in the future. Thank you.